It's been a wet Thursday, but the rain stopped a little while ago, and now we get ready for baseball. The Clemson Tigers and North Carolina Tar Heels in another key ACC series. Tigers holding firm in second place in the ACC Atlantic. North Carolina bundled among teams at the top in the Coastal Division. Hi everybody, welcome in with Ron Smith, Pete Hannity, and a Tar Heels team that with success this weekend could have a divisional title, but Clemson playing for even more over the next few days.
Yeah, Clemson's playing for a top 8 seed going into the tournament. They're playing their best baseball, and they have their sights set very high.
Now, these teams have benefited from the rise of some unexpected stars during the year. Casey Cook, redshirt freshman outfielder for North Carolina, has done a great job for them.
He really has in that leadoff spot. He does what he's supposed to do as a leadoff hitter, takes a lot of pitches, gets on base, and he scores runs for the Tar Heels.
Billy Amick is on quite a tear at the plate. Clemson's DH tonight was in the low 30s in RBIs about a week and a half ago. Now he's pushing toward 50.
Hey, really didn't get that many at-bats early in the year, but he's seeing the ball so well right now, using the entire field. At 14 RBI in his last 5 games. He's just been outstanding.
Give you the Tar Heels starting lineup for head coach Scott Forbes. Cook grew up not far from a ACC campus in Chantilly, Virginia, near Charlottesville. Jackson Vanderbrake, one of their newcomers, bats second at second base. Horvath having a nice season. He's in center field tonight. Frick the catcher from not far from here, Greenville native, followed by Hunter Stokely. Castanazzi, the third baseman. Hawk, Wilkerson, and French round out the starting 9 for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Back on the hill, opening up an ACC series for Clemson, the lefty and a freshman, Ethan Darden.
Boy, he has pitched well of late. Really good outing his last Friday, and you know, the pitching coach, Coach Ballinger, and the staff have a lot of faith in this young man. I love the way he competes. You know, he's got a what you'd call I hate to say sneaky, but it's an effortless delivery that gets up there, you know, 89, 91, 92 miles an hour, and this from a guy who's not real big. But as much as anything, I just really like the way he competes.
Short outing last week and a no decision at Virginia Tech, a game that Clemson blew open in a 15-4 win. Darden going for a 4th victory on the season. Eric Backage counting on the sink in his delivery, says if he keeps it down, he can be a tough guy to hit against the North Carolina lineup. Coming in hitting .286 on the season. They do have some pop. 77 home runs in their 51 games so far for the Tar Heels. Casey Cook missed just about all of last season with a shoulder injury, but he has been a big table setter for them, as you alluded to. 40 straight, having reached. That is a new freshman record for the Tar Heels, and with Dustin Ackley, former first-round draft pick out of North Carolina. Only the second to do it in the 2000s, but an easy out to start things off.
With 2 outs and a man on first base, playing that no doubles defense.
Had the shift on, Bertram, and the side retired. 2-out walk does not hurt the Tigers, who are coming up to bat.
Well, he got off to such a rough start offensively. I think that him pitching has helped him offensively, taking a little pressure off.
Skied high and deep to right. Back on it, Cook. It's gone. Well, there you go. Another long ball for Caden Grice. Tigers break on top first. Turned around.
You know, you got to give Coach Backett a lot of credit. Even when you talked to him early in the season, he liked his club. I'm sorry.
And it was a swing for the strikeout, but Clemson able to strike first. Caden Grice launching one, his 13th home run of the season. Grice has the Tigers in front 2-0 as Clemson tries for another big weekend in the ACC. In Horvath, Honeycutt, who's the regular center fielder, he's out. He's 19-23, but that's pretty much it in terms of guys who they run with. Looper into right field. Crichton sliding catch for out number 3. Nice job by the freshman. Looked like he got a late jump, but it stayed up there long enough. And the Tar Heels strand a runner here in the second. Jack Crichton flashing some leather. Middle of the second in a 2-0 game. Center field, Horvath lets it fall in front of him. Crichton, throw to the plate, gonna be late. Canarella down to second, he's in there safely. RBI single with 2 away, and the Tigers have a 3-0 advantage.
School and college baseball.
See, that one stays fair. It will. Tigers are gonna take a 4-0 lead. Engel trucks into second, 2-out RBI double. Give him 15 doubles on the season. He's hitting 5 straight and now reached in 48 consecutive games.
This combination at the top of the order is lethal, and you can see that ball was really, really deep, and he just dropped the bat head on it. Played a little pepper with the baseball, dumped it down the left field line for an easy double and an RBI.
0-1. Up the middle. Off the glove of the second baseman Vanderbrink. That'll allow Engel to score. Amick ripped a single his first time up, was left stranded. Chance to add on to the RBI total, and he's going to. He's 2 for 2. Taylor comes in. That one's hit well to right field. Back on it, Cook leaps, and he makes the catch just shy of the hill. Boy, that was inches away from being extra bases for Riley Bertram. Tigers, though, have an inning. 4 come across, head to the third in a 6-0 game. There is a guy who came prepared for some baseball tonight. He's ready to go. Probably put him out there in the infield. And not long from now, that little guy will be over there on the hill with his own glove. Or maybe his own action figures right behind home plate. The Tar Heels come to bat here in the top of the third, looking up at a 6-0 deficit. A little bit of a drizzle, but tapered off a bit. Chopper on the right side. Bertram, no trouble at all to retire the left fielder French. Quickly out number 1 here in the third.
A couple of hitters.
Already 52 pitches thrown, swing and a miss. Went off speed, and he gets his 3rd strikeout of the game. Strand's Tar Heels on first and second. Not what Scott Forbes, their head coach, wanted to see. We will visit with him when we come back. Middle of the third, 6-0 Tigers. Well, hit center field. Canarella at the wall, and it's gone for home run number 5 on the year for Castanazzi. Makes it a 6-2 game.
The last one, that base hit, that was 6 inches in, Pete, and sinking down and in on him. He was able to still get the good part of the bat on the ball. Very impressive. That's
Percival to Amick, high and deep to left. Out of here.
Jeez.
What more can he do? Billy Amick continues his tear.
There goes that man again. He is really seeing the ball well. We mentioned in the pregame that he's hitting the ball to all fields. Gets an off-speed pitch down but over the middle part of the plate and just crushes it to left center field.
3-hit night for Amick. Listen in. "11 homers on the season, 47 batted in, and now 11 runs batted in over his past 5 ball games. In fact, their first loss of the year in a 2-run game was to Coastal Carolina Tuesday. So it's not the kind of team you want to let hang around, but for a second time on the night, a Tiger pitcher gets Frick to strike out with a man on. Another runner left for the Tar Heels. They leave 2 on, 10 in the game. Middle of the 6th, 7-3 Clemson. Second, bad throw into center field. That'll score Engel, and the Tigers build the lead to 8-3. ACC Player of the Week, as you may have heard. And that's going to get into right field. 4-hit game and another RBI for the Tiger DH, Billy Amick. pretty well hit center field. On his horse, Horvath, not going to get it. It's out of here. We talked earlier, if Blake Wright gets going, just how much more dangerous will this Clemson lineup be? That's a 3-run bomb. It's a 12-3 game.
You got to throw a 3-2. I mean, you've got to be willing to throw a 3-2 breaking pitch. Got it.
And that will do it. No doubt about it that time. Right down Maine. And Reed closing out a 14-7 Clemson victory. Nick Clayton gets the win. And the loss will go to Max Carlson, the starter, who drops to 4-2. Clayton with the victory out of the bullpen in relief of the Tigers starter Ethan Darden. Continues an impressive run out of the bullpen. He's now 7-0 as the Tigers get a 10th consecutive victory and improve to 37-17 and 18-10 in the ACC.
Well, when you score 14 runs, get 19 hits, you've got a great opportunity to win. The pitching was really solid overall. Clayton gets the win despite not being as sharp as he's been in the past. I mean, he did get those critical middle innings in there for the Tigers, but again, a solid win, especially offensively for Clemson. They just keep swinging the bat.
Big night for a lot of Tigers. Another huge game for the DH Amick, who was able to hit his 11th home run on the season. He had 4 hits on the night. Will Taylor, 3 hits, extending his hitting streak. Blake Wright, 3 hits for him and a couple of home runs on a 5 RBI night. Tigers win it 14-7. Ron, as always, a pleasure. Great job by the crew, and for Ron Smith, Pete Hannity saying so long. This has been a presentation of ESPN.